Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of NEWS2. I'm Sandra Gamansing. New reptile species that are not indigenous to St. Croix is flourishing in the vast amount of hillsides and food sources that the island provides. And one local biologist on St. Croix has been donating his time to assist the local authorities in managing and capturing these reptiles. Although these reptiles are not directly harmful to humans, campers, which is in effect right now, should take caution. Here's more.
Snake sighting reports have been on the rise on the island of St. Croix since 2012. On this particular day, biologist William Coles received a phone call from a resident on the west end of the island detailing that a red boa was lurking at a nearby gut.
So you see one, call 911, they get hold of me right away?
The big problem with the snakes is not so much that they're going to hurt people directly. They're not venomous. They're not going to chase you down and attack you or anything like that. They could bite you if they think that you're going to threaten them, but it's not a venomous bite.
In 2016, there were a number of Facebook posts from residents that encountered red-tailed boas. In 2014, only one single snake was caught on St. Croix. The next year, 4 snakes were captured. Dr. Cole spoke further.
2016, we caught 31. It was a big jump in the number of snakes, and we were catching snakes from 14 inches long, which are close to newborn size, up to 13 feet.
Additionally, as residents prepare for traditional Easter holiday camping on St. Croix, on beaches at the West End and the Salt River area, campers should take extra care in disposing of waste and securing food supplies because snakes follow mice and rats that may sneak into campsites.
Yes, they can be very scary because they can be camouflaged. And so when you come across them, it's all of a sudden, oh my God, there's a snake. My concern is that people know that there is a possibility that you can come across a snake.
Dr. William Coles has taken responsibility of capturing snakes on the island, primarily red-tailed boas, but there is no official government entity that is dedicated to this issue. Red-tailed boa snakes are not indigenous to the Virgin Islands, and their presence can cause an imbalance in our local ecosystem.
But speaking to some of the people that live out here, they're like, you know, I don't see as many birds. We don't know whether that's true or not, but that may be an impact that they're beginning to see here on St. Croix.
For NEWS2, I'm Stephanie Shalana Brown.
Dr. Coles reiterated that if you see a red-tailed boa or any other snake, do not try to kill it. Instead, contact authorities right away and they will reach out to him. And with that in mind, because campers are already heading out there on the Big Island, Commissioner Don Henry of the Department of Planning and Natural Resources reminds campers that guidelines must be adhered to while camping on the Columbus Landing site at Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve during the Easter holiday. On the screen right there, we see some guidelines that have been listed for campers to observe and follow. The department manages the Columbus Landing site area in cooperation with the National Park Service, the Salt River Bay. The DPNR further stated that the National Historic Park and Ecological Preserve is a dynamic tropical ecosystem that protects significant natural and cultural resources. Commissioner Henry exclaimed that following the mentioned guidelines, they will keep the site's resources clean, healthy, and preserved for generations to come. Turning to crime reports, on April 5th at approximately 11:29 a.m., the 911 emergency call center received a call in reference to a car accident on the Queen Mary Highway in the vicinity of Wimshanty, Frederiksted. Officers from the traffic division responded and observed a vehicle that struck a tree and flipped over. There were 2 adults and 3 minors in the vehicle. A 2-year-old toddler in the vehicle died from injuries sustained in the accident. This incident is currently under investigation. Meanwhile, on April 4th at approximately 4:25 p.m., the 911 emergency call center received a call in reference to a male individual who was found lying in the roadway by Villa Lorraine Kings Hill. Here's more.
60-year-old Francis Ducky Vanderpool stated while they were under the vegetable market in Villa Lorraine, Findlay Collymore assaulted him with a wooden plank to the head and multiple other places across the body. Mr. Vanderpool was able to get a bottle, which he broke, and stabbed Mr. Collymore in the chest with the broken bottle. Mr. Collymore crossed the street and dropped to the ground in front of the Ann Schrader Police Command, where he expired. Mr. Vanderpool was arrested and charged with murder first, assault third, and possession of a dangerous weapon. His bail was set at $1 million by a Superior Court judge. He was remanded to the Golden Grove Detention Center pending advice of rights hearing. Findlay Collymore was age 49. Next of kin has been notified.
In celebration of National Public Health Week, the Virgin Islands Department of Health has scheduled a full week of events, as we shared earlier this week. Today, the department held a health fair at the atrium at Tutu Park Mall. Displays, giveaways, and free glucose, blood pressure, and cholesterol screenings were available. There were guest speakers who presented on various health topics. The first ever Healthy Happy Hour, which consisted of a free workout provided by Reebok CrossFit, also took place. Here's more.
Today we actually had all of our divisions for the Department of Health represent. We had a presentation on vector disease, Zika, chikungunya, preventative measures, and our future endeavors to keep our community safe. We thought the mall would be a prime location to get a lot of our community members as they pass through. We also had a CrossFit session in the middle of the court today, which was really good. We're promoting exercise, healthy living, healthy eating, along with screenings. We have a lot of our divisions doing screenings, a lot of giveaways, information, things that, you know, the community needs to help them live healthier lives. Tomorrow we have a data summit. Pretty much what we do at Health is everything relies on data. The data of the community, we analyze and collect those data. So we'll have that summit tomorrow and then end with a walk on Friday. I just want to stress the importance of healthy living to everyone, healthy eating, exercise, and taking care of your body in order to live a fruitful life.
Meanwhile, on St. Croix, the department also hosted a health fair at the Sunny Isle Shopping Center. Several divisions from the Department of Health were at the scene, providing information and services to attending residents. Additionally, the 1F Louis Hospital, CrossFit VI, and the Florida Poison Control Center, they were all in attendance.
Answer your calls if the kids get into something or you mix up your medicines, take too much medication, you get stung by something either at home or at the beach, if your pets get into anything. We're here for any kind of poisoning emergency, and we cover 42 counties in the state of Florida as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Providing different information about the different types of STDs, as well as HIV and TB, different other things that you can contract if you do have those different diseases, and where you can come to get tested as well. We're located at the Charles Howard Complex.
And we will have more on the Florida Poison Control's visit in the VI. Well, the St. Thomas East End Medical Center Corporation, they're celebrating National Public Health Week with the opening of the new dental suite. We shared that earlier this year. That's at 1 p.m. Friday, April 7th at Tutu Park Mall, with an official ribbon cutting ceremony and reception. That new facility will enable the health center to increase dental services to 650 more patients, in addition to the 4,000 who receive dental care annually. So historic news for the VI. We'll turn our attention overseas. A warning for our viewers. The following contains disturbing images. Another alleged chemical attack in Syria Tuesday. Dozens of people reportedly killed, including at least 10 children. Horrifying images showing unconscious children seemingly unable to breathe on their own. Activists blaming Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, whose regime has been accused of using chemical weapons on its own people in the past. The Syrian army denying involvement in today's attack. The attack coming just days after the Trump administration indicated that pushing out Assad is no longer a priority. Keeping our eye on the economy, let's take a look at the stock market watch at the New York Stock Exchange. According to the numbers there, we can see everything down. The Dow down 41, NASDAQ 34, S&P 500 down at 7. Coming up on News 2, some young people are now graduates of the YouthBuild program. We'll have highlights from the historic graduation ceremony. That's coming up. Welcome back. Well, Raw Promotions hosted their Calypso Eliminations with 10 finalists moving on to the finals later this month. That's news out of St. Martin. Here's more.
Raw Promotion hosted their Calypso Eliminations on Friday evening at Port Plaisance. 10 Calypsonians moved on to the finals later this month. Raw Promotions head Fernando Clark spoke to the media after the show.
Tonight, Friday night, we had the 2017 Magical Calypso Eliminations. Let me talk about what was a little disappointing is that out of 22 that signed up, we had 15 sing tonight. That was a little disappointing. You know, we lost King Bobo, we lost Brat, and a number of others also. But the 15 that put on the show tonight were great. I think I could say the standard of Calypso has risen. We have raised the bar. The judging system was great. I think we had all new judges, and they did a tremendous job. Within minutes, we had a decision tonight. The people are pleased with the decision. There was no kind of uproar. Getting back to the show, we had a level of Calypso that showed you. We had the politics, we had the social commentary, we had those who praised St. Martin as a destination, we had those who did a little condemnation, but it was, what would I say, a variety of issues were touched tonight. And you know what was so good? The crowd appreciated the Calypsonians, and they showed that appreciation. I felt proud. I felt proud tonight for what we have. And I have to thank my team, I have to thank the judges, I have to thank the sponsors.
Well, the clock is ticking, and turn our attention back here at home. Tax time is near. The BIR have extended their hours on St. Croix at the Bureau's office, and these are the extended hours to keep in mind as follows. Wednesday, April 12th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday, April 18th, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. In St. Thomas, the extended hours look like this. These are locations: Red Hook, Wednesday, April 12th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday, April 18th from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Nitzke Center, Wednesday, April 12th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Tuesday, April 18th, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. On St. John, the office will remain open until 5 p.m. to accommodate the taxpayers on Wednesday, April 12th and Tuesday, April 18th. YouthBuild graduation, that was held today at the Boys and Girls Center at Oswald Harris Court. It's part of the Virgin Islands Housing Authority. It's a national program designed for adolescents development that offers opportunities for unemployed, out-of-school young adults. The three-pronged program is geared towards attaining a GED, acquiring job skills, and self-improvement, among others.
Choices, determination, and commitment. You have the choice to make whatever you choose in life to make. You have that choice. But remember, every choice comes with consequence. There are positive choices and there are negative choices. I've been in police for 26 years. I've seen a lot of young people make negative choices and pay a heavy price. Spend their youth in prison, came out into the world as an adult and had to start at the beginning. Don't set yourself up for failure. We have the right to secure better opportunities for ourselves and our community. We give 100% to everything we do. We are self-aware, attentive, responsible, respectful, disciplined, much more. When you see us, these qualities are what you see today, tomorrow, and years to come. We are YouthBuild.
Big congrats to all the YouthBuild graduates, and great message there from the keynote speaker, Senator Dwayne DeGraff. Well, following 9 rounds of exciting competition, Ziqui Chapman, an 8th grader at Church of God Holiness Academy on St. Croix, emerged as the 2017 Territorial Spelling Bee champion on Thursday, March 30th. He will represent the Virgin Islands at the 90th Scripps National Spelling Bee. That's May 28th to June 4th, 2017 in Washington, D.C. The territory's top 12 spellers, 6 from each island district, competed in that 44th annual territorial competition that was held at the John H. Woodson Junior High School. The students represented Wesleyan Academy, Good Hope Country Day, St. Patrick's Catholic School, All Saints Cathedral School, Church of God Holiness Academy, St. John Gift Hill, Gladys Abraham, Lockhart Elementary, Pearl B. Larson Elementary School, Bertha C. Shelton Middle School, and John H. Woodson Junior High, as well as Eulalie Rivera Elementary School. Congrats again. The soft-spoken Ziqui credits his success to the support of his family and coach, Mr. Stephen Marcel. Each territorial spelling bee participant received a certificate and a gift bag. Well, the community came out in full support in Smith Bay last evening for the CAPA meeting. The concerns brought forth in the meeting were addressed, and attendees had the opportunity to share some ideas, possible solutions, hear from officials. This is just one of many neighborhoods where residents can hear directly from the VIPD about initiatives as well as opportunity for residents to air their concerns. Senator Terrence Positive Nelson is inviting the public to attend the annual commemorative ceremony in honor of former Governor Cyril Emanuel King on his birthday, April 10th, 9 a.m. It will be held at the Honorable Cyril E. King's Mausoleum that's located in the Kings Hill Cemetery. King was the 2nd elected governor of the United States Virgin Islands, serving from 1975 until his untimely death, age of 56, in 1978. In 1984, the Harry S. Truman Airport on St. Thomas was renamed Cyril E. King Airport by the Virgin Islands Legislature. 2 wreaths will be placed, one for the governor and the other for his wife, who rests beside him. On Monday, the executive management and staff of the Juan F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center, they announced the implementation of the first phase of Code Red, White, and Blue, which is a new practice at the hospital to recognize U.S. veterans who are patients or employees of Juan F. Louis. The staff will be encouraged to thank the patient veteran for their service whenever they are with that patient. The program will also recognize Juan F. Louis employees who currently serve or have served in the military. The Human Resources Division will identify staff members who are veterans, and those employees will be recognized with a special badge and a free lunch on Veterans Day. Our Carnival Corner kicks off. We have some Carnival news coming up this week for you. We'll hear from the Prince and Princess contestants later on this week. But put this on your calendar. Hope Worldwide St. Thomas will be presenting an event coming up, a benevolent arm of the Virgin Islands Disciples of Christ Church. They will be hosting their 4th annual pre-carnival celebration on Saturday, April 8th for the residents. So that's this weekend, of the Queen Louise Home for the Aged and the Lucinda Millen Home for Independent Living. Performances are scheduled to begin at 10 and 10:30 a.m. respectively. Residents will be entertained by small segments of majorette troops, dance groups, bands, steel orchestras, and solo performers. Be sure to check that out. Stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast comes your way next.
Well, it was just a bit breezy today, and we do have a high pressure system that's kind of lingering over the ocean. That's going to bring us some higher waves and also stronger trade winds over the next couple of hours. Right now, we have some moisture over Puerto Rico, but as far as we're concerned, there's really not much on the radar. For tonight, it's going to be 74 degrees for your overnight low, mainly clear and dry. Taking taking a look at your forecast for tomorrow. St. John, 84 degrees, partly sunny and a beautiful day, but in St. Thomas, we might see a passing shower. It's going to remain mostly sunny throughout the day, but we could have a little shower move through the area. 84 degrees. Same story in St. Croix, 86 degrees for your high, and we could see a shower, but for the most part, it's going to be sunny and pleasant. Now, your marine forecast for the Atlantic is going to be a small craft advisory in place, and that will remain in place through Thursday because of those higher trade winds. The waves are 5 to 7 feet, and the wind are coming out of the east from 10 to 15 knots. On the Caribbean side, we have waves from 4 to 6 feet and winds coming out of the east from 10 to 15 knots. Looking at the 5-day forecast, we have just a passing shower on Wednesday, but it's going to remain warm, 84 degrees. Thursday, mostly sunny, 84 degrees. And same story on Friday, but we could see a shower in spots. Same thing for Saturday, a shower in spots. And then Sunday night, a cold front moves in, and we will see more potential of rain and showers in the forecast for your Monday. Sandy, back to you.
Thank you. Time for our News 2 weather picture there by Demario Obeah. So for Carter Richards Elementary School, with some sprinkles there to cool things off, and blue skies and fluffy white clouds. Demario, thank you for that. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen, and then tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for now. Thank you for joining us for all the latest. I'm Sandra Gaman Singh. We'll see you next time.